Hey man, it's Robbie again. I'm just back here cracking down on my Hachi Roku. Forgot that I still got to put the tank in and stuff like that. Actually, I have to weld these on to the back side of the chassis. These cars are built really simple. These little bands hold the tank up. So this is actually a little bracket that comes stock, but I took it off because I changed all this sheet metal on the back because of the rust. Since the tank is already out, I was gonna go ahead and look at it and inspect what's inside it. I mean, this tank is probably 30-some years old, so I'm guessing that it's probably not gonna be in such great condition inside. Now, just to let you know, those of you who aren't familiar with Hachi Rokus, you have to actually drop the tank to get to the pump. You can get to the sender unit, which is this side. From the inside, there's a little plate on the inside where you pull off where you can get to the sender unit, or I think that's what it's called, to show what or the fuel level, how much fuel you have in the tank. So let me go ahead and pull this out. Oh wow, that's pretty clean. So it looks like the previous owner probably changed the pump. It looks like an aftermarket, I don't know what kind of pump it is. Something. But the inside looks pretty good. The inside looks like it's in good condition. Yeah, it's really nice. Wow, unbelievable. I thought I was gonna see rust all over the place, just like the rest of the car. Well, the car wasn't that bad either, but yeah, the inside of the tank is beautiful, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it just the way it is. So I kind of sprayed undercoating on some of the area. The tank is in, and there's a space in between, so it actually moves. I'm gonna have to make something to sit in between the tank and the chassis. There you go. You see the inside of the chassis from here, and also a little bit from here. It's some rust hole there and some holes there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rust off there and weld some pieces of metal, sheet metal. And also, since I am going to convert this to 11, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling everything off of the front of the car. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take apart the front of the car. This is all beat up. This car looks like it's been through some stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I guess I could just tear it off because it's broken, but you never know. And looks like they modified the turn signal. Next, taking off the bumper. Thank God it's a drift car, because usually if you get like the stock car, it comes with everything, with the undercover and all that stuff, and it takes forever to take all these parts off. Okay, so the bumper bracket main parts that are on the Hachi Rokus, there's a bolt that's going here this way, and a nut and bolt that's coming from the top, and I take those off. You can't feel the temperature, but it's really humid in Japan right now. You do a little bit, you start sweating a lot. All right, that's the bolt, and I'm gonna go ahead and detach the bumper from the bracket. All right, so here's a tip that I always use. Since I got crap all over the shop, I don't like to take all the bolts out and put them somewhere, especially with these weird sized bolts. And I try to leave the bolts, put them back where they go. So later, I don't have to be like, oh, where's that bumper bolt? So off to taking the retractable headlights off. I'm really scared to take all these things off because I don't know what's underneath it. Fiberglass fenders off. Now, so the hood's not in the way, so I'll just leave that on just for now. But yeah, that's it. So pretty simple. Like I said, these cars are very built easily. Just inspecting the front. Looks like it's been wrecked before, and looks like the core support has been replaced previously. But at this point, these cars are so old, I don't even really care about the history of what happened to it and stuff, because I'll just put it together the way I want it to. But no crazy frame damage, which I'm lucky. Thinking about the price of the car and condition of the cars, and so all I have to do is concentrate on making it look pretty. Let me go ahead and start on taking all the rust out. Alright, so let me go ahead and start from the back. I'm gonna go ahead and grind around here and cut it. I'm gonna have to weld a piece of sheet metal over it, and so I cut this little piece out that's gonna kind of go over this. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld this on. She's not pretty, but I'll weld it up. All right, now front wheel weld. That's all rusty stuff. I want to kind of keep this. Alright, so I've bent this part where this is probably going to go like right here. Now I got to bend it a little bit so that it goes to the top. I'm going to do it by hand. I think I'm gonna take a slight break. I'm gonna come back to this in a few days too. I'm gonna start working on it again so I can get ready for the paint and stuff like that. But meanwhile, decided that I want to go drifting. So this is a Nissan Fuga that I took to the track a few times. It's automatic. It's got the V8, the Japanese V8 with the VK45DE. Makes about 330 horsepower. Pretty fun car just to kind of go and doodle around at the track. And I figured that this would be perfect for me to just kind of jump in, mount tires, jump in and go. And the whole concept where it's automatic and it's very simple. All it has is coilovers. It's got a viscous diff or VLSD in it. So it doesn't really have much, but it has a lot of power from stock and it's automatic. You don't see it much at the track. Chris Forsberg has a drift taxi of one of these. So his is like all super beefed up, but this is going to be like the weaker, geekier version of it. I'm gonna start up. Bam. So there's no exhaust on it, so I gotta make some kind of pipe. Hopefully it'll be louder. But yep. JDM muscle. All right, so I did it. I cut it like it's all cut out for lightweight. All right, so fast forward this whole day. Just put the bumper on, lowered it the way I kind of wanted it, made some pipes. It's kind of loud. Ready to go to the track. The weather is not good today, but I made it out here to Nico. Car looks good because it's wet, but it's kind of dirty. Alright, so the tires are mounted, car's ready to go. I've driven this thing before, but hopefully it handles the same as it did before. The track looks a little semi-wet, but this car has a lot of torque, so hopefully I can get the rear end sliding. Let me go and drive. Shift up or down, it just stays, so it's kind of nice. But man, it feels so good to be at a track and drive. I mean, no matter what it is, automatic, with power, without power, it's a pretty cool deal. I do want more steering angle out of this car too, so I could actually romp on it the whole time. I already have about 4 bars, so that's probably somewhere around about 70 psi or something like that. In the rear tires, it pretty much kind of does its own thing. It's not an LS1, but it has enough power to do that. And if I have more steering angle, I should be able to do a little bit more. Hopefully soon I'll put a hydro e-brake in it, so at least I could initiate in the way I want to, instead of kind of breaking it in and doing the whole weight transfer thing. I think the rack broke on it, and also this is like the second tire that went flat, but this one's like all jacked up, and I need to do something with the alignment on the back. But I think the problem is maybe I was on lock too much, and I didn't know, but somebody had taken off the knuckle stoppers. So maybe that's what was causing the rack to bind or something. So I think the rack went bad. Still got a lot of fluid. Hey, someone stole my car. Someone stole my car. Alright, I had a great time here at Nico Circuit today. I got to drive my new automatic drift missile. And I got to go drifting. It's a great feeling to be able to go to the track. Thank God, finally have some time to be able to do this. Hope you guys are doing great. And don't forget to subscribe and also hit the like button if you do like it. Until I see you guys next time, peace out. Ha ha ha.